Aye, it's the same. There's definitely a part of that. So, like, I don't know.
Right, man.
Yep. How's the body feeling today, Gerry?
Aye, good mate. I'm enjoying getting a good wee pain-free run
Yeah.
the last couple of weeks.
Has the hamstring been feeling okay?
The hamstring's been great. There's just a very slight twinge there.
A little bit of a specific session for Valencia, which is coming up
Lisbon.
soon. Aye.
Lisbon.
Lisbon, Valencia, yep.
The other Lisbon.
You know, I always get really confused between the two of them.
Aye.
I have no idea why. But yeah.
You know, you can't get confused with Lisbon because that's where Celtic won the European Cup in 1967.
Right, so we'll do 10 minutes warm up, nice and easy, and then we'll have a little build, just 5 minutes, just going through the gears, open up a little bit. And then we'll get straight into it because it's cold, it's rainy, it's about 2 degrees and it was snowing as I was driving over today. So we won't mess around too much. The session today is going to be twice through. We're going to go 16 minutes. Okay, we're going to go 10 minutes at half marathon pace, and then 6 minutes just a little bit faster. So trying to maintain that control at half marathon pace, not getting too eager, because you've still got that 6 minutes just to lift it a little bit at the end. We'll have 4 minutes, nice easy jog in between each, so plenty of time. And as I said, just trying to dial you into that half marathon pace again. Does that make sense?
That's perfect. The midweek sessions we've been doing just now, I've been just lifting it that wee bit higher, so I'll just drop back in, hopefully sitting. I'd like to go sub 130.
Yep.
So I've been playing thereabouts.
And is that feeling comfortable at the minute?
It's been feeling great. I'd like to go a wee bit faster, you know what it's like. You put it on a race number and it's a totally different story. So
I think the important thing with where you've been at the winter is just not to chase it yet.
aye.
Just let it come, and then you'll be flying time by the summertime.
Well, that's the plan, isn't it? Hoping to pick it up again for Bolton.
Exactly.
So
Get this qualification
nice
slot.
training run in Lisbon, bit of sun. That's that, you're right. Hope for this qualification for Nice.
So bringing it back then, Gerry, so you're obviously an athletic guy, right? Football, was that the first sport back when you were a wee boy?
I played football for, I was right, far back as I can remember, right? I got my first pair of boots when I was about 4. I had an older brother and there was loads of them hanging about, so I always played football with them. And I think the first team I played with was actually Blantyre United. There was a guy called Davy Dynamo who used to take the football teams in about here, and he used to tell everybody, win this game this week and you've won the league. And I think I was under 7s.
Under 17 or under 7?
7.
Oh, okay.
I was
wow.
under
So
7.
you started really young.
Aye, I was under 7 and we played under 12s. And I went down, I think it was just because they never had enough for the team, and it was down at the Palace grounds with the old pitches with the big massive ash pitches, and they put me at left back. And I didn't really know any difference, and I had been kicking with my left foot anyway. I was mainly left-sided, and that was it. That was the start of my football career. I started playing football. I thought you could be Frank McAvenny and Charlie Nicholas at the same time, and I quickly found out that didn't work. I got to about 18, 19, and I was still doing the Frank McAvenny thing, But
I have no idea who Frank McAvenny
well, Frank McAvenny was a bit of Frank McAvenny was a bit of a nightclub guy,
Okay,
and so
right.
was Charlie Nichols at the
He
time.
got you.
So that got to, I was still doing that kind of stuff, and I was finding it harder playing football. I wasn't doing as much training, and I opened up the paper one day, and it was when all the raving started, and I seen this big rave with 10,000 people down in London. My mate was down in London, and I messaged him and I says, "Hey Cammy, can you get me a job down there? There's my cup final." And I ended up in London.
Okay. So that's when the partying started.
Aye.
So, he's done a lot better. He's done, I mean, he's a good runner.
Yeah.
It's just, he's done a lot better. More listening.
Do we need to pick the pace up a wee bit for the warm up? Are you feeling okay?
That's no 8 minutes yet.
Is that 10 minutes?
Just nearly, just get in now.
Okay. Let's just build through the gears, lift it up every minute or so. No faster than the effort you'll be going in the session today.
Go faster.
No faster.
No faster.
No faster.
Right.
It's coming on, just keep it under control. This session's all about control.
Yep.
And as well, if it is a bit windy and the pace isn't happening today, then just bring it under control. Whatever it is, bring it under control.
Here,
Yeah.
you're fine. You're still going to be a bit sheltered there. It's like that way, I don't like running that way. The sick way.
I hate running around Strathclyde Park in general.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just kidding. Why, bad memories?
Just
Give you
it's
good memories
it's
there, you know?
horrendous. No. Well, mixed emotions is probably the best way to put it. So fast forwarding then until your first triathlon. Tell the story about yours or our first triathlon.
So the same wee guy that I went to London with, we went full circle. Anyway, my mate wee Cammy, he was training down at David Lloyd, where we are just now, but at that time it was their Sporter. And he says, "Oh, I'm doing a wee race at the weekend, come down and see it." So I went down and I seen him swimming in the pool and coming out and jumping a bike and then going for a run. Then after he'd done it, I couldn't believe it. I said, how can you do that? How can you come out that pool and jump on the bike and then go for a run? He says, "No bother." He said, "You can do it." He said, "See that woman over there? Ask her and she'll show you how to do it." So I went and asked the woman like if she could show me how Cammy done that. And basically that was it. I went in and done a bit of swimming, and then they had a race about 2 months later, and it just so happened there was this wee guy at 15-year-old who happened to be yourself, and it was unbelievable to watch that. The way you swam in there, and I struggled to get my 400 metre swim, and I came out purple at the other end, and I think you were already in off the run by then because you won the full thing that day. But that was the start of me getting into triathlon, and the other guys had been doing Ironman and stuff, and I knew that they were away to Switzerland, and I couldn't quite get what they were talking about. But my wee mate Cammy, he was always good for pushing me on and saying you can do it. So before we went down there, he said, do you want to do an Ironman? And I was like, there's no way you can do anything like that. So I thought, I'll go and ask somebody else, because Cammy always told me I could do stuff anyway. So I asked Shona and I said, do you think I could do an Ironman? And she kind of laughed it off a wee bit. And we went down and we done that race, and I done pretty well. And I said to Shona, do you think I could do an Ironman like after the race? And she said, definitely. She says, but give yourself a year to train for it. And that's what I done. And I come up the road and signed up for Lanzarote Ironman because that's what you did today. You're supposed to sign up for an Ironman, and then I found out it was the hardest one in the world. So I had to start training properly.
Stop.
That 5 minutes?
That's 5 minutes.
Okay, let's just take a minute, nice and easy, proper easy, and then we will get into the main set, okay? How are we feeling after the warm-up?
Aye, good. I was just ready to tear
Roll
away
on
there.
in.
Aye,
Right.
which is a good feeling.
So what pace are we going to hit?
I'm going to aim for about 4:15s.
4:15 for 10
4:15s,
minutes.
4:20 just to play safe. Wee bit slower than what I will be going,
Yep.
but just the things that's happening now, I'll play safe.
And then if
the
you
first
feel
one
good,
anyway, if I feel better, I'll
Lift
lift
it
it.
up a little bit in the 6 minutes
Right.
after.
Aye, go for it.
Okay.
Alright.
Good.
Good stuff.
You ready?
Yep.
Let's get
we
cracking.
in?
Let's get into it. That's good. We'll shout you in.
Right, magic. You just check me on the time, aye?
Yep. There you go. That's 4:10, 4:15 pace.
Right.
So lock in.
Well, that's nice.
Nice and smooth. Nice and relaxed into the wind, don't fight it. How are we feeling?
Good.
Comfortable?
Yeah.
Good. Back it up a wee bit. It's 4:30, 4:25. Pace, oh sorry, 4:25 we're on. Just fine, just hold it there. First one is better undercooking it at the start than overcooking it. You're looking smooth, looking good. That's 5 minutes down. There we go, back at 4:15 now. Few more minutes here. Where's the heart rate sitting?
Half marathon. 1:54. Maybe up a wee bit early, but when I race day, I'll go up and then shoot back down. That's 90 day.
Give you 30 seconds and then we're just going to lift it up a half a gear. Okay, just a little bit quicker than half an hour.
4.
6 minutes. Okay, let's lift it up just half a gear now. You know, Gerry, listen, I mean, we did our first triathlon together way back in what, 2010?
10.
Yeah, there we go. It's obviously known about you for a long time and kind of past came back and in touch over these past few years again. And one of the things, you know, I always tell people, one of the most kind, generous people I've ever met. And you give so much of yourself to others, especially within the sport. You help them a lot. You make sure they're enthusiastic about it, make sure they're excited about this sport. And, you know, I think it only goes to serve you've got a lovely little community now down at David Lloyd's. For somebody that gives so much to other people, the sport must give you a lot in return.
It's amazing. The stuff that I found out, like when I get in, I was trying to find my way when I got into triathlon at the start. As I said, I used to do a lot of partying and stuff, and I got sober the year before, 2 years before that, and I found out that there's a place that I go to, and they told me that you have to give it away to keep it, and that always stuck with me. And like there again, my wee mate Cammy used to say to me all the time, like, you have to give it away to keep it. And see, when you give it away and you get it back tenfold, the stuff that you get, the reward you get is just, it's amazing. When I first started going down to, which at the time was a sport, I was learning like all about myself at the time. And when I went down there, it took a lot for me to go from the Water Palace, the council gym, to go down to this private club. I mean, it was like massive jump. Like, how am I going to go down there? There's dentists and doctors and all that, and how am I going to fit in with them and speak with them? And Cammy just used to always say to me, Gerry, you can do anything you want.
You can
do anything you want. So we were talking about it on the way around there, and a lot of times I just actually just hand it over there and just say, oh look, he says I can do it. There's so many things that I've went on and done and says, like, you know, he says I can do it. So you're getting help out. You know, you don't have to do it all yourself. It makes it a wee bit easier. And through the years, just meeting people down at David Lloyd and all over the world with the triathlon, you see the smile on people's faces just beginning a wee snippet, and as I say, the reward you get back, it's just amazing. And if I give it away to keep it, you reiterate what you've already learned, because there's so many races that I'll go to, and there's just the wee things that you say, oh, if I hadn't told them, I might have forgot about doing that. So it's a good way to look at stuff, to be selfish. You're helping other people, but you're helping yourself at the same time. So there's a wee bit of selfishness in there.
No, I think it's a lovely way to look at it, and I know for a fact that a lot of people get a lot out of it. And hopefully this year you can get a wee bit of that back and smash your goal.
But in general, how did the effort feel? How did the first 10 minutes feel? How did the second bit?
The first bit was great. I was so glad that he checked me back, because I was chasing that time on the watch.
Yeah.
And it was way over. So it settled in nice, and it was really enjoyable.
Good. The first 10 minutes looked really relaxed, really controlled. The 6 minutes sounded as if it was getting up towards threshold. Would that be accurate?
Aye.
Which is fine. Just kind of where we want it to be. Plus it's a windy, cold, wet day, so if you can do it here, you can definitely do it in the sunshine. Yeah, nice and consistent, so more of that.
Just trying to get settled in.
Two more minutes sitting there. Let's relax this a little bit and get ready to press on in a minute. Feeling comfortable?
Yeah.
Good.
One of my best photos is right here.
Did I take it?
Yeah. Remember it?
Yeah.
Sent it out of the blue.
Right, let's pick it up in 5. Just a little bit. 2, 1. Yep. Hold it there. One kilometre to go. Last 2 minutes, Gerry. Little push into the wind and then you've got the tailwind all the way to the finish. Two, one, finish there. Nice, keep it moving. Keep jogging. How was that second lap?
Oh, big difference.
What was the difference?
Much better.
Yeah?
Felt smoother. Breathing felt better.
The 10 minutes was a little bit faster on that second round through. The 6 minutes was about the same, which is good.
The second 10 felt a lot smoother.
Why do you think that was? Do you think
I switched off with the watch
Uh-huh.
and said, I'll just wait and feedback for you.
Okay.
I'd either be too fast or too slow. So, it's that thing that I always do. Hand it over, give it to somebody else. Then it's easier because you don't need to do it yourself.
Do you think the warm-up was sufficient, or do you think you needed a little bit more intensity to bring yourself up?
My second rep on everything is always much better and smoother, I feel. Like on the bike as well.
Yeah.
And even into the run, I feel as if you're just getting to know the feeling, checking in with yourself. And as I say, the second time, I didn't have to do it myself. So I was just getting that nice feeling.
You could focus on other things a little bit.
Just trying to stay elegant.
But that was a good session today. How many cups of coffee have you had today?
2 this morning. And then I had a baby one at my sister's. They don't count.
Oh, really?
Nah, it's just at the cup.
So we're well caffeinated, get into it. How was the hamstring? Was it okay?
That was
CT
just in case. That's cool, I never took it.
Was that a caffeine gel as well?
Aye, just in case. Always back up. Caffeine gel and toilet roll. Always catches you.
Yeah, you're right. That was a good session. I'm happy with that.
Aye. Thanks a lot, mate. It was great. 2.5 hour block. So he's going to treat me a 2.5 hour block, but no before Lisbon. Okay. Before Bolton.
Okay.
Good.
And you said we go on.
Aye, no, that's great. Magic. That was good. Cheers for that. Cheers, Sam.
That's a good session.
Magic.
That's good. Well done.
New threshold.
New
418 at
You know, that's probably quite accurate.
157. Knew I go, that was fucking magic. You always feel amazing after it, didn't you?
Well, that's the thing.
But it was like,
feel
you know, you're
better
switching
after.
off and it's somebody there. See when I'm doing that, see when you're around doing that run club and you've got the whistle and you're trying to watch the time and they do. It's harder work, but no, that was magic, mate.
But listen, Gerry, thanks very much for doing this session today and having you on. Been great to hear a little bit about your story, and yeah, let's keep on smashing it, mate.
Thanks a lot. Thanks for having me today, and Sam for following us around about the place.
And 2 degrees and raining.
We're doing such a great job, but I really enjoyed that session today as well, and just take me into that zone where I'm trying to go to, first and foremost in Lisbon, and then carry that on into like proper racing in Bolton and Krakow and the rest of the season. Thanks a lot,
Nice
mate.
one.
Cheers.
Cheers, mate.
Cheers.